Hello and welcome to the Minecraft Realms World Tour for 1.12, I guess I'll say. So this year we booted up another Realms World, a bunch of friends of mine, and we had pretty fun time on the server. We built quite a lot of stuff. Probably not as much as I'd wanted, but it's all right. I'm all right. So let's just start. This was the first building made on the server, and this is a watchtower. And it was just a lonely watchtower for about a day, and then my friend Clippin over here, he built this watchtower. A very similar watchtower, but nonetheless looks pretty cool. He it's way more detailed. I kind of like his a little bit better, but yeah. Has this staircase that you can climb up onto the roof, and then inside, I actually placed this here as a joke, and I guess he never got rid of it, so that's awesome. Okay, so the theme for this server was the sky and the earth, or underground. And at the start of the server, Clippin said that he would create an underground city and I would create a sky city. And so that's what we did, kinda. I mean, we started to, but now everybody kind of wants to restart the world, or maybe just end it once and for all. Because no one's been on in a while except for me. So a few people have, but it's not as popular as it used to be. So yeah. So after I built this watch, well, we can go inside. Used to just be a couple chests, a couple furnaces, and that was it. But now it's quite crowded in here actually. I'll just show you what's inside. Frostwalker 2, I was really proud of finding that. I think I found it in a dungeon, and I really wanted to use it, but I never got around to it. So, a couple furnaces, and we'll get to that later. But the cool thing about this building is it actually takes you to the Sky City, or at least a part of it. So you stand here and you hit this button and it'll send you flying up onto this ladder, and then you climb up, which I thought was pretty cool. I wish it would have, made you fly a lot higher, but that's okay. So the second thing, well, or third thing, at least I think, was this farm. This farm is really old. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. Um, Especially this stream that goes down. The cows always pile up there, but it goes down into this lake, which I think is really cool. Same with the sheep pen. And I never got rid of this. It's also kind of a mess, but lots of sheep, lots of cows, pretty cool. I also use this as my main source of wheat, which was fun. And yeah, this is also a farm area that I made. Sugarcane, a bridge, and there's a couple chests here. 8 diamonds, that's pretty good. So yeah, I did alright. And here's the farm storage and residence for Rancher Bertus Allenville. I kind of created wanted to create a really detailed, basically fantasy world with all created townsfolk and everything like that. But the only person I ever made was Bertus Allenville, and that's pretty cool, I guess. And a couple more chests full of stuff. This was my main storage. I mean, it still is. I use this. Well, I did use this all the time. It's fantastic. And here's a sign. This is before I made the Sky City. It said the skies will swell with sweet melancholy soon. Melancholy is what I called it. And there's some stuff here. Oh wow, lots of chicken. Tons of chicken, as you can tell by my chicken farm. And so yeah, this is a farm storage house. It's basically my house, but you know, a couple hay bales there, and a pathway that leads to, of course, the cows. Nothing in there, actually. And here's the chicken pen. It's really noisy. But yeah, I really bred way too many chickens here. I used it mainly for XP. And a creeper actually blew up part of the fence, and I was really, really sad about that, because almost all my chickens got away, but I built them up again. And so, what next? Let's see here. Right. Actually, this was an early build as well, and this is Austin and I's, although he did almost all the building. Yeah, his name is Austin, or his username, Stealth Guy. And this used to be our home, and oh my god, is it beautiful. I mean, Austin did an incredible job here. And yeah, look at this red carpet. It's kind of splotted. And here's what he has. He actually made some glazed terracotta, which I thought was interesting. And oh crap, where's his diamonds? He had a ton of diamonds, I thought. Or no, actually, I think he only had a block, but that's missing. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. Yeah, but this used to be my banana crib, and this is Austin's crib. Pretty cool. There's a staircase up to the top of the tree. It's a dead tree, which is really cool. I mean, oh my god, it looks awesome. You know, we had a plan to build a face like the Deku tree, but we never got around to that. And I remember this entrance. It slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger. It slowly like crawled its way out, and it's really, really cool. I really like it. Very, very fantasy-like and very immersive. Super cool. This is probably one of my favorite builds. Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot. He also made this underground area. And, oh man, this place is awesome as well. It's an underground root area, and wow. Very beautiful. And yeah, he probably did some fishing down here. And he also created a mine here, as you can see. He also made a nether portal here. Yeah, I had to disconnect it because I couldn't get back to spawn. So that is that. That kind of looks weird. If you the roots aren't actually connected to the tree. It's kind of funny. Alright, so what next? Let's see here. I guess we'll do Michael's build. It did come a little bit later, but I like to look at it as, you know, kind of a bungalow fishing hut, sort of. I mean, there's a pufferfish on the outside. You go in. Wow, that is weird. I never realized that this is actually off-center. What? This entire time, I didn't think this was off-center, but it is actually off-center. But yeah, there's fishing rod, and then you go in here, and he did a lot of fishing. That's kind of Michael's thing. He loves fishing. So that's really cool. And he has this base back here. And he was doing something here, and I'm not quite sure what he was doing. Some sort of secret piston passageway, but I kind of liked it. It's pretty cool. And let's see. That's about that, though, for him. I think that's about all he made on the server, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was his as well. It might have been mine, but pretty sure it's his. Unless he's built some secret area that I don't know of. I wonder if anyone has built any secret areas. It's a good question. But yeah, so that's kind of neat. So So let's go to this mine right here. This was the first mine on the server, I think. Well, unless I kind of mined at the same time Clippin did, so that's kind of hard to say. But I had this area, and I did a lot of strip mining down here. As you can tell, I use this strip mining method, which works pretty well. I mean, not amazing. I didn't get like 2 stacks of diamonds out of this because I guess it's not amazing, but you know, yeah. Man, I did quite a bit. Holy crap. So that is the mine that I created. We'll get to that later. And here's the town enchanting area. And this was actually added way later, like way later, just quite recently, this pathway to the town hall. And this news board was quite late as well, and the town hall. I mean, we created this town hall quite later on. I built it. So we had a vote for what the town name was going to be called, and quite a few people entered, and at random the name was picked, and it was Michael's recommendation, and it is called Land de Paladin, which I like the name of that. It's quite cool. And feel free to expand. No one ever actually, I'm not sure what his name is, but he created this little thing on the outside, which I thought was okay. I just, alright, I mean, looks fine. And so, we had, yeah, so I guess I can't look into these, but there's a trick-or-treating event that actually never happened. Well, I kind of did some stuff with it, but no one else did. These diamonds were for repairing another Michael. It's a different Michael from that Michael. Another Michael's house, because some of us kind of blew it up, and that was fun. So this was a book for naming your locations that you built. So yeah. And this was, what was this? Oh yeah, this was for the name voting. Right, the name voting for the ground city, not underneath, not up in the sky, but the ground city. So let's see what else, or what further we should explore. I think we should start doing Clippin's builds. So early on, he built this trading post, which I thought was pretty cool. It's called Heatherfell. He told me that that was the name of the family who built it, or who owned it. And it's basically a trading post. You trade here. I think it looks pretty cool. I especially like the roof. Like, look at this design. It's pretty artsy and intricate. Very cool. And so he built an underground city. And he actually never named it, I don't think. But I named my area Melankalum, and the people there were called the Melancholians. And we basically had a team, like some were with me, some were with Clippin, and yeah, and so I filled this up with flint. But I did actually abide by his rule, and I did give him iron when I entered this area. And this is his little hut from day one, which is pretty cool. He has some golden horse armor here. The Pick of Fortune, which is actually Joseph's. It was actually mine, which the second Michael borrowed, and then Joseph stole it from him. So nice. Okay, that's suspicious right there, because Austin, I think actually Austin gave, or told Holden that, or okay, I said his name, but Clippin's real name is Holden, and I think he let Holden borrow his diamonds. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. But here's the entrance. You go through this iron door. It's kind of like a bridge. And this is really interesting. I never really understood what this was, but it almost looked, I don't know. It's very interesting though. Like, it almost looks like you could go inside here, but there's iron bars in the way. But I guess this is a wall. You can also climb up and around it. So yeah. So you go down here, and he has this bridge over to here, which has nothing. And that's quite pretty. Yeah, he basically built his underground city in a ravine, which is pretty neat. And you go down here, and this is his inn, which I helped him build. He cleared out the entire area, but I helped him build some of it. And I think it looks really, really cool. I wish he finished it, because man, would this have been an awesome place. And this was supposed to be the receptionist area where you get your key for your room, and I think this was supposed to be the bathrooms. It's a really cool fireplace. Really like it. And this is also my chest. So yeah, that's that. I guess nothing else. Nope. Yeah, you go down here. Here's another bridge, and I guess I'll show you this down here. So Charlie, he's another player on the server. He started building at the bottom of Holden's ravine, and Holden didn't really like that very much, but he kept building nonetheless, and he built this sort of checkered farm, which is pretty not well built, but that's fine. And here's his little house, which I actually really like. I think it's cool. He has an orange bed, which is pretty neat, and he has Knight's Bane. I mean, that's awesome. He named his sword. How cool is that? And I was actually he wanted to trade it with mine, but I had a slightly better sword, so I didn't really have anything to trade him, so I passed at that opportunity, and he never really got on again. But yeah, that's okay. I think he did get on a little bit later, because this appeared, and this is a very, very long pathway. And oh, what is this? This almost looks new. This actually looks new. I've never seen this. Wow. It's a mob farm. I mean, obviously, with nothing in it. I guess he built this. I mean, that'd be really cool if he did. I don't know if that's how mob farms work. I don't think they can just spawn in water. I don't think they can. I don't know, I could be wrong, but okay. So he built that, I guess. And we'll go back. And that is about it for him, I think. He had some just nothing over here. Yeah, I think that's about it. So now I want to go back to my watchtower, because Joseph and we teamed up and we built a spy base for Holden. Well, we built it against him. We spied on him, basically. And fun fact, the entire time we were spying on him, he did absolutely nothing. But that's alright. So this says no Earth Dwellers, and we had a plan for a spy. What is this? Hell is this? Never seen this. Huh. Just a random staircase. But we had a Sky Spy hideout, and you'd ride this minecart, and you could actually switch which way you wanted to go, and this leads to Joseph's underground city. He also had an underground city, and this is the spy base. I just dug this out because I don't know why. I didn't really even have any plans for it, but you know. And this freaked me out. Brady, he's another player on the server, and he said, not a good when you can lever Earth Follower, which scared me because someone discovered our place. But I quickly found out it was Brady. He's not actually an Earth Follower. He just wanted to freak us out. So this is the base, and here's the observations. So that's great. And yeah, Joseph and I built this. It was really fun, really fun. And here's a secret lever that closes this area off, which is pretty neat. So if you're coming down here, this would be closed, but if you snuck in here and flick that lever, then it'd open up. And the whole time, I think he was on maybe once during the time that we were spying on him, and yeah, he never found it, which was really interesting. So that's pretty cool. And the way he found out about it was I told him about it and I showed him and he was like, "Whoa, what?" He's pretty freaked out about it. And I got Joseph on the server and I told him to come to the spy base, and I hid Holden right here, and Joseph came, and he didn't know that Clippin knew yet about it, and so Clippin burst through the wall and he was like, "Oh my god." Is pretty funny. So that is the spy base, and I guess we will go check out. This was built quite later in the server, not too late though. But this is Joseph's underground city, and he has this really cool pathway, which I'm quite a fan of. And this is quite funny. I never really realized why this was missing, but I guess it was the lava burning it. So that's kind of funny. He has this really long pathway down here, and then you can go through here and follow it left this way down. I guess he had plans for this direction but never got around to it. This way, down this whole corridor, and this was a cafe, just a nice cozy cafe at the end of that pathway, and there was some food here. You could buy some stuff. And furnaces, and he built most of this. Actually, he built pretty much all of it. I made this kind of cool roof, but then he has this pathway up, which I think is really interesting. Like, really interesting way of doing things. And you can look out over here, and here, and here's an empty room. So overall, very, very cool. And I think up here, here's a chest full of his stuff. So, that's very cool, very cool build, and that is pretty much all Joseph did on the server, although it's a lot more than some other people, so that's cool, very cool. And this didn't lead to my watchtower at first. It actually first led to my mine, and this was supposed to be a dirt mine to collect dirt for my Sky City, but Austin quickly took over and he just mined this whole thing completely out, which is kind of funny. And yeah, Joseph, he connected a pathway, and our first plan for the spy base was to have him at the spy base pretty much at all times, and I drop items down to him. As you can see by this water, and we would have this item elevator, or not elevator, but stream that would give him items for spying and stuff, and living, and it's quite funny. It's quite cool. So one person I haven't mentioned yet, and they were also very early on the server, and this was one of the first buildings actually. And it's very beautiful. I'm pretty sure he copied a build, but he might have just gotten inspiration, which is pretty cool. I think it looks awesome. It's very cute and cozy, and very cool. and the inside's very awesome. This kitchen looks so cool with the terracotta. I really like it. And I think there's actually, yeah, food in here. And, man, it's very awesome. And up here is his bedroom, and he actually found a parrot. And that was one thing I really wanted to do on the server, was find a parrot for my Sky City. And I never did, which kind of sucked, but yeah. So, oh, I never noticed this. There's storage up here. Holy crap, that's so cool. Whoa, that's awesome. I never noticed that. But yeah, he has this cute little parrot, and you can actually go into a mob's point of view, which is weird, but I don't know how to get out of... Okay, there we go, I'm out. So this is that building. He actually has... This goes out to the back porch, and if you come down here, he has a basement, and he has a ton of chests. Let's see. He actually bought out my bow shop, which was very nice of him, Nightfire. And it actually wasn't this good of an enchant, but Austin boosted it up for me, which was very nice of him. And yeah, he's pretty rich, actually. Holy crap. Jesus, man. God, I wonder how they get so many diamonds. Yeah, I guess lots of iron here. Another clock. He had one in his bedroom. And I guess I'll go down here first, because he built this first. He made a mob farm. So you wrap around here, and you go in here. And here's just loot. It's quite loud, the water. Holy crap. I hope you can hear me fine. But yep, it was a zombie spawner. Yep. Which is actually probably one of the best spawners to get. And yep, you had this whole system. You attack them, and it's pretty great. Except the thing is, it's kind of mob farms aren't as good anymore because they added that suffocation thing, where if there's more than 22 mobs in one space and they start dying, which is really dumb, but you know. And I think next he built this chicken coop, which is pretty neat. Pretty cute little chicken coop. Oh, it's quite interesting. Never noticed the roof is stained or terracotta, I think. Pretty cool. And of course, tons of eggs, I'm sure. Tons and tons. Completely filled. And a very cool build. And this is a very cool build as well. And he has a horse named the Italian Stallion, which is pretty awesome. And it's just a horse stable. Pretty cool. And you know, there were more horses around here, but they sort of oh no, here's one. I wonder how long this guy's been here. Quite a long time. Okay. So he also built this barn, which is quite cool. I'm a fan of this, especially because I grew up with a lot of barns. And yeah, I really like this area up here. Very cool. It's filled with cows and sheep and all those animals. Lots of hay. It's a very cool build. I like it. Yeah. Very nicely done. And here's also a farm area that he made. Wheat and carrots or potatoes or something like that. Sugarcane as well. Quite cool, quite cool. More sugarcane. And you know what's interesting? Oh, I actually... He said he was working on like a village area, and I know where that is actually. I was about to say I don't, but I do remember going there once, so... Yeah, that's fine. And I think that's about all he did. We had this swamp area over here, which I kind of lit up and explored because I needed slimes for my slime launcher. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, I think I had some boats here as well. I kind of wanted to make a dock here, but never got around to doing that. Lots of stuff I wanted to do on the server, but just never got around to it. So let's see what else. I'm having some issues here, apparently. Yeah, that's not very nice. So, I've been doing things in order pretty much, but I might go out of order now. Oh, wow. Connection lost. Alright. Hopefully I can reconnect. Please. Thank you. Alright, so... yeah, there's a chest for... this is my Halloween shop, which is really cool. And I really like this build. I thought it was awesome. I got a total of 0 sales, which was fantastic profit for this whole building. And these are the Halloween decorations. I didn't have too many. I had to rush this out because Halloween was fast approaching, but you know. Halloween treats. These are spooky pumpkin pies, gummy watermelon, and of course, blood candy soup, which I can't, which has nothing in it apparently. I didn't actually stock these very well, but yeah, these I never got around to making. But you go up here, and here are the Halloween costumes. This says sold out, but I just put that there to make me feel better, cause I'm a loser. All right, so I made Slenderman and I made Pennywise, and I don't know, I like them. I also have Selma the Spider here, which is really cool. Can you go in him? Whoa, that is interesting. Whoa. Alright, so that's Selma the Spider. And then, yep. It's a giant pumpkin building. It's pretty cool. And let's see what else. Okay, Austin built this gigantic steampunk house with a gear, which, man, it looks awesome. It doesn't quite look like a gear, but still very, very, very cool. I mean, oh my god, he built this in, like, god, 2 days? It's insane. Oh, it's so cool looking, too. There's a clock at the front. Still, guys, steam house. And you go in, and oh, it's very cool. Very, very cool. The inside is as good as the outside. Windows even look neat. Holy crap. It's such a cool build. I don't know if he copied, but even if he did, I give him props because it's still awesome. Yeah, it's like a study area, which is cool. There's a giant window here, which is kind of blocked by the roof, but that's fine. And then you go up here, and here's kind of the top room. I don't think there's anything in these chests, but that's fine. And that's a very cool build. I don't know if he has any like secret stashes like he did the first world tour, but don't know. He's kind of a secret guy, I think, but I don't think he did anything secretive on the server this time. So what next? Let's see. Let's do I still don't know the name of the person. I think his name might be Sean, but I'm not positive. This is his base, and he's kind of a witch. Oh, actually, I don't recognize this. This is definitely new. Very cool. And yeah, he gave me a tour of his base a while ago. And ooh, that's pretty nice. And yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be for. I guess it's just like a hay stash. Which is quite cool. He's got a gigantic freaking farm here. I mean, it's freaking giant. And oh my god, that's a lot of chickens. That's also new. These two things are new. Very cool. And down here, he's got a base. He's got a nice view of the ravine. And I don't know. He was gonna do something further down, right? But I guess he never got around to doing it. So that is fun. What is this? Oh, right. There's a ladder down. Okay. I guess this is his mining operation. There's a chest here. Oh, wow. Quite a lot of stuff, actually. Is he planning a build down here? Because why would he have, like, 5 stacks of stone slabs? I don't know. That's interesting. Well, whatever he was doing, he doesn't have time for it now, because I don't know. I guess I'll leave the server up for a couple more days, but probably be resetting it soon. So that is that. Quite cool. Stealth Guy also has this automatic smelter back here, and this is Michael's and Brady's shop. The second Michael, not this Michael, but that Michael with the ruined house over there. And I think Brady correctly renamed the potion shop, which is pretty neat. And let's see here. It's basically a potion shop. You can get enchantments. I requested for a potion, but I never got it, so that's great. Good service, dude. Good service. So yeah, that's that. Alright, let's see what's next, because there's still more. Alright, let's start with, let's go to my Sky City. So this is pretty early built. Here's a little bridge. I didn't really like this very much. I think it's quite ugly, but I tried. So, yeah, there was actually a missing enchanted bow, but that's alright. Sky Bow Shop was the first shop on the server, if I recall correctly. And I never claimed my reward, which is interesting. But yeah, it was a bow shop. It had Nightfire there. So that's quite cool. So yeah, that's that. Here's a watermelon island. And then up here, there's a slime block launcher that launches you to this island, which I never got around to making. So that's nice. And I guess we'll go to the shop, which I thought looks very interesting. Definitely. What the hell? Oh my god. Right. I wonder who did this. Because last time I came into here, it was completely normal and not completely filled with chickens and magma blocks, so. Right. It was supposed to be a shop, I guess. Someone pranked him, though. I don't know who it was. If you prank someone, you should leave a sign. But they didn't. And I'm pretty sure this was Sean's. I don't know if that's his name, but that person's shop, if I'm correct, he never left any signs, so it could have been Michael's. I am not positive. Yeah. So Joseph and Austin and I, we blew up the second Michael's house because we don't like him, apparently. It was a cool build as well. Like he didn't actually copy, you know, someone else's build. He built it himself and it looked decent, but we still blew it up, and that is the end result. Wonderful. I think he actually had a place down here as well. He had some chests, which I think Joseph completely raided, so that's very nice. And let's see here. So what is next? Question mark. I guess we have my giant Sky City, which I kind of want to hold for last because I'm kind of proud of it. But oh man, I don't know what I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing something though. Well, I know. So the second Michael, not that Michael, that Michael, made another base, Raylanorth, which is quite cool. Very cool. It's the second, or it's the only other built city, except for Clippins, that I didn't create. Well, I don't know if I really created the Land of Paladin, but you know. So you follow this track. It's quite cool, actually. I thought it was very neat. You go all the way down here. It's quite far away. You go all the way down here, twists and turns and missing chunks, and it eventually takes you to here, and you can get out, and here's his village. I guess it's a village, it's not really a city, but man, that is cool. That is really cool. There's a chimney here. Oh my god, that's awesome. But he also has these banners, which I've never seen before. Very cool. They look awesome. That's one thing I never did, was I never branded my Sky City with a banner, which is something I wanted to get around to, but I never had time. Well, I did have time, but I just never got around to it. He has a ton of diamonds, quite insane, and this is his little hobbit hole. It's basically inspired by um, a hobbit hole, and he's got some nether wart stuff. There's a lot of his stuff. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. And oh yeah, this isn't new actually. Enchanting area. I thought it was new for a second, but it's not quite new. So that's that, and he also has a second place. Yeah, quite a lot of stuff. A second hobbit hole, which is very cool. There's like a TV. That's pretty awesome. A dining table, a bed, sort of kind of a drinking area, I think. That was the idea behind it. Furnace here, and you can go down here, and wow, this is actually quite recent. I have seen this, but maybe I haven't. I don't recognize this. Speed potion as well. Very cool. Here's another nether wart farm. Very neat. Very neat. I don't know why he wanted it to be so dark, because I don't think they grow faster in dark, but I could be mistaken. And yeah, that's the end of his place. It's quite cool. Quite cool. And he has this place down here, another portal. Cleared out this area, I guess, and never did anything with it. So, let's see here. And yeah, there's also a furnace that leads up to a chimney. That's a word. And here, this leads to the village, and this is what Brady told me he was working on for a little bit, so I think they were working on it together. It's quite far away, but you keep going this way, wrap around, and eventually you will get to a village, which is very cool. And I was here once, but I never noticed any added buildings or anything underground or anything new inside the buildings. So I think that's about it. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it. So yeah, let's head back. I think I probably do have a few more things to show before we end this off. It was a lot more than I thought, actually. But, you know. So, he also named, I think he named the lake. Oh, I passed the lake. But yeah, this is a gigantic lake. Like, wow. It's very cool. What a cool location for a city. Yeah, this was an area. So this is the spawn area over here, I think. Actually, no, it's over there. Never mind. But over here, this was sugarcane ponds, and this was very early on, probably day 3, I'm guessing, that I built that. So very cool. And I'm trying to look out. Oh, of course, my Sky City. I can't forget about that. But I think that is actually about it. I could go through the Nether, because there is a building there, but I mean, it's nothing very special. It's just a cobblestone building. And yeah, I'm just afraid of forgetting about someone's build. I hope I don't do that, but alright, so this took me quite a long time to... Actually, no, I built this entire dirt place in a pretty short amount of time. And, oh wow, it's very green now. That's very awesome, because I finally got a grass block up here, so it doesn't look completely ugly. And this is the underground area, which I was planning to fill in with a bunch of rooms and just a crazy cool place. And this is the slogan for Melon Kalum. We celebrate our sadness, which I think is just awesome. And this is the giant build that I think is just very beautiful, very artistic. And it took a ton of freaking glass, a ton of freaking work, and I'm very proud of it. So, cool floor, I think, and there's a staircase all the way up, swerves around, and into this glass dome. It's in the shape of a teardrop, and basically this Sky City was supposed to be centered around, well, the subject of melancholy. And if you go up here, here's a button which turns on and off this water stream, so you can actually activate this button to turn off this water. And I think it's really cool. And I have these arms stretching out so you can fly to other cities. And you know, the sad thing is I did end up fighting the Ender Dragon, and I did end up exploring the new end, and I did actually find some Elytra, but shortly after I died in the end, and I lost everything I had, which really sucked. But it didn't deter me from building this shop, which isn't finished, but you know. So, yeah, this is the giant build. I really like how it looks. Oh man, it's quite pretty. Kind of want to take a screenshot. There we go. And it's quite cool. And so this is Melon Mart. It's supposed to be a little grocery store. These are where you check out, and here's the aisles of food. And of course, in the back, I have a pile of melons, which is awesome. And it's supposed to be kind of designed inside of a watermelon. I never really finished it, but that's alright. I think it still looks delicious. So that is cool, and I think that is about it. I think that is actually all we did on this server, which was more than I expected, to be honest. But yeah. Oh man, it's good times on this world. Very good times. I do wish we played more. I wish we had more time, you know, because school takes up a lot of our time, but you know how it is. I think that is about it. Trying to remember anything else that I'm missing. And I probably am going to miss something, just so you know. I'm not meaning to, but you know. Oh, getting some lag there. This was a long tour, especially if you think back to the first tour I did. I think the last tour was probably 10 minutes, but this feels like maybe close to 20. I'm not sure though. And yeah, I remember this river used to be pretty cool. I wanted to build here as well. Didn't get around to it though. It's actually a really awesome river. Oh wow, it opens up into a swamp. I mean, this was a very beautiful map that I would have loved to fill with tons of fantasy buildings and just make a fantasy world out of it, but man, does that take time, and that is something I just don't have infinite of, so yeah. Oh yeah, and this was the news board. Had all the announcements on there. There's free items, which I think Shane made, if that's his name. Sean, I don't know. Don't know. Can't remember. But now I'm just kind of flimsily going around trying to look for anything else. I feel, I always have that feeling that I'm forgetting something, but, man. I am not quite sure what it is. But yeah, I think I'm just going to call it there. So thank you for watching the world tour. We had a lot of fun on this world. We may or may not reset and create a new world. Depends on what people say. Depends on what people want. I'd be up to it. I mean, of course I don't have infinite time. Wish I did, but I'd still play on it probably, you know, at least 2 hours a week, I'd say. So very cool. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a splendid day. Bye-bye.